Today we're actually out here and we're doing a harvest. Because while I was out here, I realized a lot of these plants have taken a bit of strain under all the wet weather we've been having. So they needed to be pruned back and the space needed to be open for them to breathe. So while I'm out here today, I'll harvest as I need to, and then I can have a more accurate assessment of what my garden looks like, and I can decide where I'm planting my next succession of crops. So there are aphids here, so we'll probably have to spray pretty soon. But by trimming this back, you can at least see that there's aphid damage here, so you know what pest you can be treating for. So while I'm pruning them, I'm just pulling off the dead or slightly sickly looking leaves, because they generally are the ones that are infected or touching the ground or have been beaten against things. And the plant's just wasting its energy trying to keep those limbs alive, where it could be focusing its energy on its new growth. And hopefully providing us with more harvests of it. I'm going to just quickly go around and clean these guys up. So I think my plan of action here is going to be clean as I harvest. So next up for this particular portion of the garden, lots of weeding and some basil to harvest. This bed that I'm currently busy with, my intention is to plant out some of our seedlings in this area. So if I can get some of these weeds out and move out some of these spent plants, I'll have a better idea of the space that I'm working with, and I can plan a little bit more effectively. I can also take that time to refresh the soil and add a little bit of nutrients back into it. The sun is getting a little bit rough, so I'm just going to go and give the snacks to the chickens, who are all here waiting for their snacky snacks anyway. And then I'm going to have a break. I'll come out a little bit later when it's a bit cooler. Okay, so this is predominantly radishes here, but there are a few weeds growing in between, so I'm just going to come around and take those out where I do see them. Not too worried about getting them all, just want a neater garden. It doesn't have to be perfect. We have some radishes forming. I'm not sure if you can actually see that on the camera. Hope you can. That's kind of cool. Some fresh salad soon. This area over here, I did plant purple kohlrabi, but it doesn't seem like any of them have come up, so I'm just going to clear, and potentially we can plant something else in that space. Let's harvest some jalapeños. So there are a couple of red ones here on these bushes, and some that are changing color. So if they've started to turn, or I just feel like I'm ready for them, if they come off with a bit of ease, I'm just going to take them. Over here I have some larger jalapeños. Down here below the canopy of the chilies, there are a few weeds that need pulling, and some lavender that's self-seeded. So I'm going to just remove that. This plant does have more fruit or flowers on it, so hopefully we can get 1 or 2 more fruit off of it. Hey guys, so while we're out here, I thought I'd actually just give you a quick little update on our garlic. So this is our garlic, guys, that is all sprouted. So far, we've got about 45 cloves. So on this bush down here, we actually have our first paprika. So we're harvesting that. If you come along here, we've also got a couple of these Thai red dragon chilies to pick. I'm only picking the red ones. There aren't all that many, but the sooner we get them off, the more effort they can put into ripening the ones they've got. This is the last stop for today. So I do have a couple of purple beans here, so I'm going to come along and harvest those. And hopefully it'll give us a few more. And while I know this hasn't been the biggest harvest we've ever done, every harvest counts and every little bit counts towards our final goals. And there's definitely more than 1 meal's worth of vegetables here, which is a win. Some of these flowers I'm intending to press, and some of them I'm just intending to dry. I would like to use them for an up-and-coming project that I've got, which I will share with you when the time is ready. But for now, I don't want them to go to waste, so I'm just going to come along and cut them off. Hey guys, Ellie here in the garden. So before I run away for the day, I just wanted to say thanks for hanging out with me. I really do appreciate it. If you enjoyed today's video, give us a like, maybe consider subscribing so that you don't miss out on our future adventures. Let me show you what we did manage to harvest today though. We managed to harvest 3 eggplants, a whole load of jalapeños, a singular paprika, a couple of Thai dragon tongue chilies, a handful, quite literally, of purple beans, and this beautiful bowl full of flowers. Now, I'm not disappointed with this harvest. I generally don't get huge hauls, and I do harvest what I need for when I need it. Okay guys, that is our harvest. Looking pretty good. Ready to go to the kitchen and be dealt with. I do still have some cleanup to do in the garden. So once that's done, we're all done in the garden for the day. But all in all, I think we've had a pretty successful harvest.